EA Sports. It's in the game.
10 rounds of middleweight action. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp. Hayes has got a target on his opponent. From the moment he steps out of that locker room to every step he takes during this ring walk, you can see exactly what's in his scope. Palmer's making his way to the ring right now, flanked by his cornermen, and just an overall feeling that they're not exactly hyped up for this one.
His adversary, by way of Brooklyn,
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch him up.
All the talk, all the hype, now the fight. Round one scheduled for 10. And he's holding. Straight right was lined up, but he missed. Hayes is known as a guy who isn't going to be bashful early on. He has power, and he's not afraid to showcase it.
Yeah, but that's not all that this business is about. My mentor, Costamanto, used to say, hey, you know, power is just part of it. It's kind of like having a military weapon. You know, you still need a missile to get it there. Alone, all it does is make a hole in the ground. Otherwise, it has no real use. You have to have a way to get it to the target. Let's see if he has that way.
See, that's the work they want to see with the right hand by Hayes. Nice block by Palmer. Hayes is putting forth a little boom, 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 a three-punch combination score. Rushing uppercut by Hayes. That was a left hand that came. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Down he goes in the early goings here. Up from the knockdown, but what we really want to look for is how he reacts in the coming moments of this fight. Hayes' knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend, one of them is to block. He did it there well. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. And now you see Keyshawn Hayes starting to have success as that left hand lands. Zoning in with the overhand left. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Hayes. And we come to the end of round number 1. Hayes is just bubbling over with confidence now. Hey, that happens when you score a knockdown in the last round.
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's nothing greater than that. I mean, that's like somebody, that's like your boss coming and say, hey, here's a bonus out of nowhere. You feel pretty darn good.
Is our boss coming to do that?
Yeah. No, they don't do that.
Oh, come on.
Listen to me. Best defense is to throw punches.
Start of a new round, and I give credit to his corner. Palmer's cornermen did a really good job after a round in which their fighter was knocked down of just being calm and cool.
The way they're supposed to be. You know, we always talk about the fighter having to be calm and the experience that a fighter has. Well, that corner has plenty of experience. They just showed it.
Able to dismiss it. Hayes is missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. See that left hand right there by Keyshawn Hayes? That's where he is so dangerous. See how he targets that hook? Good smooth work by Hayes. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
Hayes has done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Nice, sharp, fundamentally sound hook right there, and it served him well. Palmer's doing exactly what you would expect him to do after being knocked down earlier. Now he's pushing.
Yeah, he's doing a nice imitation of an octopus. And you know what? If I was in his shoes, I'd be doing the same thing.
And a well-targeted combination by Hayes. A snapping hook by Hayes. That makes that nice right angle on that hook upstairs. Palmer's nailed by a huge hook. Not able to land the uppercut. That right hand is becoming a crutch. He can just lean on it now. Submitting to the work downstairs with the left. Boom, left hand. There it is! Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? Fight. Hayes' corner is already celebrating. His opponent unable to beat the count. Boxing writers are going to have a field day with this early knockout, Teddy. Praising one guy and tons of criticism is going to be targeted on his opponent.
Yeah, two ways you can criticize his opponent. One is that obviously his technique was not right, and that came from training camp. But the other is more directed to his corner that they didn't warm him up right. I mean, he came out cold. There was no sweat on him, and he got starched.
Yeah, good one for the fans. Glad you tuned in to see it with us. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We welcome you ringside for a much anticipated bout. Let's set the table for you and get ready to dish up this big night of action. Hayes' ring walk is one of those ring walks where you realize how attentive this fighter is. This is a guy who has his eye on the prize and nothing will distract him. Walker's ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face.
Across the ring, from Los Angeles, Mark Walker.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Little get to know you here in the opening round scheduled for 10. Hayes is showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. What are some of the adjustments that can typically be made halfway through a matchup like this of speed versus speed?
Just to remind your charge, your fighter, that, hey, there's a lot more to this world to this fight than just speed. Why don't you start doing other things? Why don't you start feinting a little bit? Get the guy out of position a little bit. Get him into false moves.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Mike Walker.
There you go.
Walker's on the bad end of a very impressive hook up top. There's the old 1-2. Halfway through round number one. Eddie, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counter punch.
Looked like the will of the wisp, the old great Willie Pett. Made him miss, made him pay.
Walker's got to deal with a cut cheek. Walker's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Hayes is able to land a good, solid left hand. Red-hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library. Watching Hammer and Hank, the great Henry Armstrong. Never took a step backwards, kept going forward.
Good, solid right hand by Hayes. 10 seconds to go in this round.
It's all yours, baby. But you gotta keep working. Keep working, and this fight is yours. Don't get lazy out there. Him, don't get lazy. Winning this fight, not get lazy.
You don't need that. Throw that away.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Mike Walker.
Come on.
And now they're trading blows. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Hits him in the mug with the right. Fires off the hook. Look at that. And oh, what a good, strong uppercut by Hayes. Oh, how about that? Comes back with a power punch of his own. Hayes is doing a beautiful job here early on of counter punching.
Yeah, it's going to pay off for him later on. You know, we talk about body work paying off for you down the road, like investing, putting money in the bank. Well, counter punching pays off too because your opponent...
Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Targeting that head and landing with a bomb.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Walker's trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. Precision work with the left hand by Hayes. Little volume punching to the body there. He had his eyes set on the uppercut. Wow! And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again? Fight is over. Hayes' opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. I never saw that coming. An early knockout victory. That's a stunner, Teddy.
So as I look at it, maybe not as surprising as everybody else is because he came out very dry, no sweat on him at all, and he got caught cold.
It was a good one indeed. And for Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We welcome you ringside for a much-anticipated bout. Let's set the table for you and get ready to dish up this big night of action. Hayes is making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be embattled there in the ring. Nichols' ring walk, just a cool, calm stride to him. Looks like just another day in his life.
His adversary, fighting out of Atlanta, Nichols.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up and let's go.
Well, they are underway, scheduled for 10 rounds tonight between these two. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. Solid right hands headline that exchange. That is a sharp uppercut by Kobe Nichols. And an excellent counter punch by Hayes. That's the clean shot with the left hand that he was looking for by Hayes. Right to the belt line. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Kobe Nichols. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home.
Keep working the body.
Teddy, what do you look for early on when you're analyzing a fight of two power punchers facing off against each other that gives you a clue as to which way this is going?
Who's doing the little things a little bit better? Who's using the jab? Who's controlling range? Hey, who's thinking better?
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Not able to connect with the uppercut. Hayes is crumbled by that hook to the body. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Hayes. Oh, what an uppercut. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Hayes. How about that left hand? Nice strike after catching one by Kobe Nichols.
Move your head.
A headshot blocked. And that's the end of round one. Hayes is resting up after a round in where he was so very accurate. And Teddy, if you want to have one single quality out there as an offensive fighter, accuracy is among the ones you want to have.
Yeah, and to be accurate, that means you have to be calm. And you have to be smart, that you know that you're putting the punches in certain specific places for a reason. And boxing is not just about the strongest guys. It's supposed to be, and it usually is, about the smartest guys.
Here we go. Round two is underway. That is my favorite punch there is. A forceful uppercut by Kobe Nichols. A stinging uppercut by Hayes. Solid hook. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. A solid uppercut by Hayes. Good job on the two-punch combo by Hayes. Now he goes to the gut with a right hand. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Hayes. The last thing either guy wants to be here, Teddy, is one-dimensional.
The last thing you want to be in anything to be successful is one-dimensional. I mean, if you're a comedian, you don't want to be saying the same jokes all the time. Your crowd's not going to be there. Well, your opponent is going to be there all night long if you do the same thing.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Nichols is getting back to basics. A good, solid jab. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Hayes. Good work defensively by Hayes. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Hayes is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. You can almost see it just by the way a fighter sits down on their stool at the end of a round. As we come to the end of this round, you can tell that he's full of confidence and he can't wait to get right back out there and continue doing what he's doing.
Well, you're right. The first thing that I noticed is his back's not leaning against the corner pad. You know, that's a defeated fighter. That's a fighter. He don't want to go back. Something bad happened to him. You know, he's leaning back like that. You have to pick him up from the stool. He's got all his weight forward. He can't wait to get going. You know that he's positive. You know that he had a good round.
And round number 3 is underway. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. And a sharp counter punch by Hayes. Hayes is coming up big here early on in the fight because he just showed his opponent, hey, listen, you got to be careful. I can counterpunch you.
No better way to slow down your opponent. You know, we know the other way you slow him down. You hit him right on the chin and you make him say, hey, I don't want to walk in. But when you make him miss and you counter, that slows him down too.
Come on, now keep your feet moving.
Oh, that's a big shot to the head. A stinging uppercut by Kobe Nichols.
Keep working his head. Good, good.
A well-placed left hand up top. A little defense turns to offense by Hayes. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Unable to make an impact there by Hayes. You see him holding on. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Kobe Nichols.
He's tired. He's tired, Sam. Come on, now's your chance. Good job, boy. Good job.
Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Trying to erode away that body with the combination punch. Wow. Oh! He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it.
Keep moving. Keep moving. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nichols is getting back up to his feet after being knocked down. Good block. To the belt line he goes with a left hand. And that's the end of round 3.
Beautiful. I want another round exactly like that.
Hayes is up 3-zip on Teddy's scorecard, but obviously he's putting together a big lead here, having his man down.
Yeah, his opponent keeps walking straight in, so he's catching him with straight punches. Hard straight punches.
What a crafty boxing veteran, the counter punch by Hayes. Hayes' opponent is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by accident. You know, that's his temperament. He has that kind of temperament. If you went out with the guy, you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets it go when he thinks he should.
Keep doing what you're doing.
And that had some bite to it, that right hand by Nichols. flush shot upstairs. Hayes is clearly affected by that. He is staggered and stumbling. One, two jabs up top. Nichols is rocked by a big shot there. What a wild round as both men have been affected. He is in a real bad spot right now. Maybe a punch or two and he could be on the deck. Oh boy, he's got to get right to the inside. Just go bear hug this guy.
Either that, Joe, or maybe as big a long shot as this might be, his opponent now is coming in there. Now
Solid. Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
Hayes' defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Hard to believe that they can keep up like that. One of those rounds that you just won't forget. Both guys able to land big punches on the other.
Well, in the old days, they'd be snapping one of those capsules under their nose, you know, smelling salt, ammonia capsules. Not allowed anymore. They want to wake them up, get them together. Now you got to dump a little water on them, send them out.
Hayes' hope is for him to be steady on his feet and just survive at this point. Remember, that last round, he was down and nearly out.
Well, his hope is that his corner revived him during that minute rest, and also they gave him good advice, because the most important thing is don't let what happened the last round happen again. Correct what you did wrong.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
And he ties up on the inside. Crashes home a headshot after blocking his opponent. Hayes is doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Halfway into round number 5 here. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Nichols is on the receiving end of a very good counter punch. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there.
Looking good, baby.
Flush right hand to the body. And he decides to tie up again. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. A stabbing right hand comes in by Kobe Nichols. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Fine work with the left hand. He landed well by Nichols. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
The start of the 6th round. Hayes has got to be thrilled with what he was able to accomplish in the first half of this fight. And as we start this round, clearly he wants to keep things in the same order.
Well, part of the testing of anybody being successful in anything, in boxing, in anything, is how do you handle prosperity? We're going to find that out right now. I know that sounds like a good problem to have, but does he get carried away with himself? You know, does he get a little cocky? We're going to see.
Nichols is showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get...
Oh, and there you go. Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nichols is going to keep taking this test, rising up after being knocked down. Good-looking uppercut that time. Flush right hand to the head. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Wow, what an uppercut. A stabbing right hand by Nichols. Now hugging on the inside. Here's a moment here as you see the step back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Hayes is really impressing us here, defensively impressing us. I mean, it's so easy to say, wow, look at the punch. And banging away he goes. That was a big shot that Florida, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox. His sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's all over. Hayes has gunned down yet another opponent, a knockout victory. This fight is now over, and Teddy, it was obvious right from the beginning which way it was going to go.
Oh, yeah, what a tough guy. He took so much, but he took too much. The only guy tough is his manager for taking this fight.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you soon. Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, where so many great fights have gone on through the years for tonight's main event. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside, and they expect this one to be a barn burner. Hayes is coming down to the ring now, and what a nice reception as he is completely focused in on his goal tonight. Stewart's making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory.
In the blue corner, by Red, his adversary, fighting out of the Bronx, Reggie Stewart.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Scheduled to go the full 10 if we get that far. Round one underway. To the head he goes with a left hand. Parries that punch intended for the head. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Hayes.
Teddy, if I put two fighters in front of you and said you can train, both of these guys have equal talent, but you can train the lefty or you can train the righty, who would you pick?
Well, usually the lefty has a little advantage because you haven't seen them too often. And that's always going to be something that's going to really serve them a little bit. But they might not have an advantage in the business end of it. A lot of guys won't fight your fighter. And then what are you going to do?
Halfway through this round here. Targeting that straight left hand. And he engages in the clinch. Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. Little head hunting with the left. Able to dismiss that body shot.
Keep working that jab, baby. Good job.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Reggie Stewart. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. That's a nice combination. Left hook to the body, right hand. End of the round. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with you ringside. He just didn't throw enough, Teddy. I mean, you got to go out there and put something forth if you want to win the round.
Hey, sometimes it's complicated, sometimes it's pretty simple. You don't throw punches, you don't win fights.
You're fighting his.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Blocks that punch. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
1, 2.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Well targeted two-punch combo by Hayes. Good defense just covering up down low. Hayes is getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one.
Punch and move. Punch and move.
Gets rid of that effort. Hayes is out there just waiting on a counterpunch, isn't he?
Yeah, well, first of all, why is he? Because he knows if he walks in, he's going to get caught. So what he wants to do is, he knows there's basically a guard at that door. He's trying to get that guard to get out of there so he could go through that door.
Good-looking jab there. Final 10 seconds.
Just like
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Reggie Stewart. And that's the end of round two.
work on the outside.
Hayes is probably sitting back right now saying, hey, I got everything figured out. Coming off of a sensational round you just saw, he was able to do some serious damage to his opponent.
Yeah, you know what really did it was that left hook to the liver, that body shot. You know, that's like going into a restaurant, you get a stain on your jacket, you know, and the stain just doesn't come out. You know, you go to your cleaners, it's still there. Those body shots, they don't come out. They stay with you round after round, and they keep doing damage. They keep paying off for you. He's got the benefit of that body work going for him.
Start of a new round. Stewart's making it look like the start of a fresh fighter. Remember, he was stunned in that last round, but Teddy, he looks fully recovered now.
Well, it tells me two things. One, he has good genetics. He recovers fast, you know, physically. But it also tells me he had a good camp. He came here in great shape, and he's getting the benefit of that right now.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Good flush shot by Stewart. Nice strike after catching one by Reggie Stewart. Good way to protect the midsection. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Blocks that belt line well. Hayes is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Teddy, early on here, you cannot stress enough how much good comes from going to the body.
And you can't stress how many times you heard your parents tell you as a kid, put that change into the piggy bank because it's going to add up. Well, body punches add up.
Commits to the straight right. Blocks that punch. Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
Come on.
And this round comes to an end.
Just beat me to the punch, that's all. You need to throw more. If you're not punching,
Hayes is ahead on Teddy's scorecard as we take a peek at those scores for the first time here today. Round number 4 just underway. After 3 rounds, he finds himself up just a round, but nothing really to pull away early on. Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. Look at that combination by Hayes. Committing now to the left hand, good straight shot. Stewart's throwing punches out there that may cost him dearly because these are perfect and primed to be countered.
Yeah, they are. They're a little too fat. And when they're a little bit too fat, guess what? The butcher's going to come over and he's going to cut that fat off. Oh, well, his opponent's going to throw in between them.
That's a forceful 2-punch combo by Stewart. Stewart's well off the mark that time. A clean, crisp right hand by Stewart. And he just holds on there. Halfway through round number 4. Reggie Stewart's feeling the effects now of that hook. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Oh, and a 2-punch combo by Hayes. Job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Hayes. And now he's targeting upstairs. Ten seconds to go in the 4th.
Keep this fight in the center of the ring, okay? Look, you're standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Hayes is in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that? A credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
Well, his opponent got away from that uppercut. Not much action as he just ties up.
Come on, punch, that's it.
That's as good as it gets right there. A crushing uppercut by Hayes. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Hayes' right hand scores well that time. A little something of his own. Blocks a shot, brings back the uppercut. That straight right, unable to connect. Right hand downstairs. Stewart's got to figure out a way to do something different here. I mean, I know he's committed to being a counterpuncher, but right now he's giving rounds away.
Yeah, he is, because he's waiting for things to happen that are not happening. You know, he's laying back, he's waiting for the guy to walk in. See, to be a good counterpuncher, an effective counterpuncher, guy has to come close to you. But his opponent's staying at a distance. He's not giving him anything to counter.
Sixth round now underway. Let's see who can really come on here in the second half of this fight. Up top with the right hand.
Keep working, keep working. Punch and move.
How about that exchange? Off target with that hook. Scored well with that right hand to the body. And now he's targeting upstairs. Stewart's flat out not jabbing enough. I mean, how can you try to win this fight on the outside if you're not letting that jab go?
Yeah, how can you win the fight, period? Maybe he doesn't want to win enough.
That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Hayes.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
What a big shot. Big left hand, and he goes down.
Like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Hayes is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Ten clicks of the talk.
Attaboy, keep swinging, baby.
Hayes has always been thought of as a very well-rounded fighter. Tonight we are seeing one specific part of his game that's dominating, and that is precise, accurate, clean, and effective punching.
Yeah, and I would argue that you've seen another part. You've seen his intellect. You've seen how smart he is, because everything is designed to land. He's placing shots beautifully.
Stewart's trying to clear his head now. He was knocked down in that last round, but I don't know if he's fully back, just sitting on that stool. He's all over the place. I mean, he's missing punches. Yeah, he's throwing punches, but he's missing just about everything he throws.
Well, we look up top. You know, we look at the punches going array. They're going left, they're going right, they're going all over the place. But look downstairs. His feet are not set. He's falling all over the place. And guess what? The punches follow where his feet are.
And another right hand comes in. Little head hunting never hurt, does it with the hook. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Halfway through the seventh round.
What I see. I love what I see, baby. Left and right.
Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. What impact from that uppercut by Hayes. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Range.
Hayes' defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch.
Move, get out there. Get out there.
Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Oh, a good right hand by Hayes. At this point, I'd start to question what happened in training camp. Stewart's got nothing left in the tank.
I would question that too. You know, the first thing that comes to my mind is that they were expecting a knockout, so they trained for a short fight. And guess what? They're sorry.
As we start round number 8, chance to look at Teddy's scorecard, and nothing has really changed. He's been in complete control the whole night, almost getting his opponent into that desperate place, but I don't think he has the answers.
Well, somebody needs to tell him. I'll tell you the answer. Somebody needs to tell him that it's not against the law to move your head. Make a punch miss.
Reggie Stewart's rocked by that punch. Big shot he just scored with. Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stewart's back up on his feet. What will he look like in the next few moments of this fight? That's the big question.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
That's it. The fight is over. Stewart's not going to hear from those judges. He's a knockout victim.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout,
It's late in the fight, and it looked like we were going to get a decision out of this. Hayes' power makes it a knockout.
Reminiscent of some of the great late knockout fights in the history of this sport.
I'm Joe Tessitore for Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us and enjoy the rest of your night.